How you doing? I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. Today's topic is, who do you need to become to quit drinking alcohol? Einstein famously said that it's the definition of insanity to do the same thing over and over again but expect different results. So you have to, change happens first on the inside, right? You have to change the inside if you want to change the outside. So if you want to change your life on the outside and how things are panning out for you on the outside, you've got to change first what happens on the inside. So your thoughts, your mentality, your mindsets, your perceptions, the frames which you look at life through, all these things have got to change if you want to change how that affects your life on the outside. Now, I'm not saying that that actions don't influence your thoughts. They do, but in order to get going with the action, you've first got to have the spark of the thought to push you in that general direction, right? So, it always is going to follow that. It's thought first, action second, thought first, action second. Even if the thought is unconscious and subconscious, right, it's still thought first, action second. That's always going to be the flow of things. Once you get that momentum, you will find that some of your actions start influencing your thoughts. Some of the things that you do in your life are going to influence your thoughts either negatively or positively, right? You might find that you're heading down the road and you don't really feel like you want to be on this road, but it's starting to force your mind to think in different ways and force your mind to think along different avenues that you wouldn't have otherwise thought, just because you're making a mistake down this particular area that you're going. Do you understand what I mean? It's not, life is about getting onto a path and figuring out as you go along exactly what you want to do next, or what is the next best thing to do. You have a goal, you have a general destination that you want to head to. Even that end destination can change and will probably change the further you go in life, but it's figuring out as you go along exactly which way the road is going to weave, which way your own personal pathway is going to weave. And I guess the thing that I wanted to teach in this video is that in order to get to the person that you want to become, you have to first change the person that you are, right? You cannot wait for that person to arrive, because they're not going to arrive. You might think to yourself, well, once I get to that person, once I get a year down the road and stuff like that, things are going to be a little differently for me. I'm going to be a little bit different, in myself. It's fantasy land. You're thinking up of a fantasy of what you're going to be like. You're sort of pushing yourself a year down the road or a month down the road and thinking that person is going to be stronger than the person you are now. But the likelihood is that that person, because of your drinking, is going to be weaker, not stronger. So you have to take the hard, tough decisions now in the moment. That's the only way that you're going to get to be the person that is going to have the strength to push forward, right? And it is this pure step-by-step approach of life which is we're built to handle. We fix our sights on a distant target that we want to achieve, and I think that there's no evidence that any other animal on the planet can do this. Maybe they can, and I don't know that, right? But we fix our sights on a person we want to be, a place that we want to be, something where we want to have in our lives, and we can work our way back. We have the ability to figure out how we're going to get there, right? And you might not have all the next steps figured out, but all you really and truly need to have figured out is that next step, the next few steps that you're going to take, which direction you're going to head off in. And as I say, you get momentum and you start learning as you're going along. So the only real way that person is going to arrive is by you taking the tough decisions now, right? Making the tough choices now and taking the tough decisions. Taking the tough actions, pushing through on your discomfort, on the feelings of fear that you might have, pushing through that, taking the next step. And as you take that next step and you take the tough choices, it in turn creates a toughness about you. It makes you a little bit tougher. And then you take another tough step, and that makes you in turn a little bit tougher again. And it's like this, it's like a give and take sort of a thing in your life. You give a bit of toughness and you get a bit of toughness back in return. That's the way life is. That's the way this journey is always going to pan out for you. That's the way any tough journey is going to pan out for you. You exert a bit of toughness and you reap a bit of toughness in return. You add a bit of toughness to your skeleton, to your mentality, to your life. So look, that's it for today. If you have any questions at all, leave a comment down below. Come on over to the website. There is so much over there now for if you're trying to quit drinking. There's over 600 videos. We have a forum. We have a newsletter. So yeah, come on over there, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Until then, stay safe, keep the alcohol out of your mouth. Onwards and upwards. Take care. Bye now.